Well, hello, my keto people. How are you guys doing today? In case you're new here, my name is Kristi and I do keto related videos, and I'm glad you showed up to check this one out. I do tons of keto related videos. We do grocery hauls and meal prep, what I eat in a day when I'm fasting, what I eat in a day on lazy keto. I'll take you to stores, I'll show you what they've got that's keto related that you can pick up. Lots going on my channel that is for low carb, lazy, dirty, keto, strict. You might not want to stay here, but I have a little bit of something for everyone. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so when I upload, you'll be the first to know. I do have an Instagram. It'll be right here for you guys. You can go over there and check me out. I do post on my stories daily. I have a Facebook group that I am quite proud of. It's 12,000 members. It's an amazing, supportive group with no keto police. So no matter what you're doing, if you're doing low carb, if you're just getting started, if you've been doing this for a while and hit a stall, make sure you go over there and check them out because they're going to be able to give you advice. They're going to be able to help you along your journey. And I'm over there checking things out constantly. So there's no keto police. Gotta give those people the boot. So today's video is going to be an easy keto meal prep, and I like to get a few things together for the week so that things aren't so rushed in the kitchen. So I'll be making gummies or popsicles, lasagnas. I like to have things ready so that when we're hungry, they're right there and we don't have that staring there with the refrigerator open for 30 minutes, Mom, there's no food kind of thing going on in our house. This week I have an amazing discount code with Perfect Keto. So if you buy 5 or more items, you're going to save 35%. This is a great time to stock up on your collagen, your bars, your nut butters, especially these peanut butter cookies. Take my word for it, they are absolutely amazing. Perfect Keto did just launch their new bar variety pack, so you get to try several, and that can also be included in this deal. Do not pass this one up. Buy 5, save 35%. I'll have it linked below, and I'll also have the discount code. Check them out. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, and let me show you what I'm prepping this week. Summer is in Tennessee, so I'm going to be making some low carb creamsicles. These are more of a pudding or creamy type texture instead of the regular popsicle that is like an ice pop. So what you need, your base ingredients, is 1 block of Philadelphia cream cheese at room temperature. You're going to need some heavy whipping cream, sweetener of choice. So these are your 3 base ingredients. Then if you want to make a peanut butter chocolate, you can. If you want to make these fruity, you can. There are so many variations that you can do. You'll also need some kind of a mold. I use these. I just picked these up off of Amazon. These are Zipsicles. Here's what they look like. Let me show you. So they just look like push pops, but you can use just regular popsicle molds and a blender. So put your entire 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese, room temperature, in your blender. 1 cup heavy whipping cream. Next is sweetener of choice. I'm just adding 1 tablespoon. You can completely skip this step if you do not want these extra sweet. We just like them that way, but you can use whatever sweetener you like and the desired amounts. The kids asked for chocolate peanut butter ones this time, so I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder, of course unsweetened. And the peanut butter powder I am using is the Lakanto. I love this stuff. It is already sweetened with monk fruit. That's why you can cut down on the sugar that you put in earlier if you want. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of that. I do have a discount code for Lakanto. I'll have that linked below in the description box if you want to check them out. I'm loving the powdered peanut butter. It is amazing. So 2 tablespoons is only 50 calories. 1.5 fat, so this is going to give you 2 net carbs and 6 protein, but I only used 1 tablespoon, so that's only going to give me 1 net carb of this. Now I just have one of these little ninjas. I'm going to blend this up until it is completely smooth. We're going to go ahead and scrape the sides down, mix a little more, but right now is the perfect time to go ahead and taste test this to see if you want to add any more keto sweetener. And of course I have decided just to go ahead and add a little bit more. Again, this is personal preference. Make sure you taste test this to see if you can get it to the desired sweetness that you like. Now that I have that completely mixed up, I'm just going to go ahead and pour into my molds. Little tip, I suggest if you use these, filling them up using your funnel. Personally though, when it comes to a creamier popsicle like this, a creamsicle, I think we should use the big molds. Unfortunately, mine broke and my new order hasn't got here yet. And these are the only ones I have, so this is what I'm gonna fill up. I'm just gonna put them in the freezer until they are frozen, so probably about 4 hours. And I'm just gonna lay these out in single file. Okay, let's check on the popsicles. Oh yeah, good and hard. So now you gotta do is just cut this off, clip it, and let it melt for a few seconds and eat them. If I do these next time, I'll be using my popsicle mold because that should be in by the time I get done filming this video. Hopefully, I like to just use these for like flavored water type popsicles. I'm going to be making a small batch of egg salad for Briley to snack on or have for lunch for the first couple of days of the week. Believe it or not, I don't use an Instapot. I'm old school, so I use the stovetop. I'm starting out with a pot of cold water, and I'm just going to add several eggs, of course. I'm just going to wait for those to come to a boil and boil for about 8 minutes. Okay, my eggs are done boiling. I've went ahead and rinsed those in cold water for a few minutes. Now I'm just going to go ahead and peel them. I picked up this egg slicer at Aldi for like $2.99, but I know that they have them on Amazon. You can pick them up at Walmart, and this is the best way to make your egg salad so you don't have to worry about chopping up all these eggs. So I put it in here this way the first time and slice it. Then I pick it up, rotate it, and put it back in there so that it's going to slice it in the opposite direction. And there you go. Quick little tip, if you are still boiling your eggs on your stovetop, then I've learned from my experience that the ice bath does not work. Take these out. When you're done, go ahead and rinse them in cold water for a few minutes, but peel these while they're still warm. They peel so much better, like the entire shell just falls right off. I do absolutely nothing special with my egg salad because my 11-year-old likes it plain. So all I'm adding in is Duke's mayonnaise. I use this one because there's no sugar added, and some mustard. Do you guys go through as much mayonnaise as we do in this house? We fly through a jar of mayonnaise. Okay, it's completely mixed up. This way, when Briley wants some lunch or a snack, she can just dish some out herself. If Kerrigan or I decide to eat any of this, we'll dish some out. We'll add a little bit of this Mount Olive, no sugar added, sweet pickle relish to it. It kicks it up a notch, believe me. I picked this one up at Publix. The ingredients are clean and it is sweetened with sucralose. Okay, cover and refrigerate until ready to eat. This week I'm making the ranch dressing from the Southern Keto Cookbook. Unfortunately, this is not my recipe. This is the one by Natasha Newton. I will have this linked below in the description box if you want to see what this cookbook looks like, how much it costs, and if you're interested. So here's the recipe, and I'm going to go ahead and throw everything together. The cookbook does have a recipe just for your powdered ingredients. I've already added those. Now I'm going to add my liquids, which are heavy whipping cream, mayo, and sour cream. It also calls for lemon juice, which I do not keep fresh lemon juice in my house. I just keep these little containers, and I'll add that to it. Now I'm just going to mix all this up. And here's what it looks like. Now, I wanted to show you how thick this is. And of course, as it sits in the refrigerator, it's going to get thicker. So this is more like a dip. What I do to thin this out so it's more like a dressing is I add some extra heavy whipping cream. It's that simple. Now I'm going to put the lid on this, and I like to refrigerate it overnight. Guys, if you have not picked up this cookbook yet, you need to. I'm making one of my favorite treats. You have seen this so many times, but I think every single time I make it, I use a different recipe. We're making gummies. I'm a gummy kind of person. I love taffy. I love chewy stuff. So these hit the spot for me. So these are the gummy molds that I pick up. If I can find them, I'll have those linked below for you in the description box. I did just order them off Amazon, and they were super cheap. They come with 4 molds. They come with 2 of these little syringes to help fill them up with. The only other thing you're going to need is water, some unflavored gelatin, and some Simply Delish Jello, or you can use sugar-free Jello if you're doing dirty keto. So in a small saucepan, not turned on yet, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of cold water. Then I'm just going to add in 1 of the small packets of unflavored gelatin. Today I'm using the Raspberry Simply Delish Jello. I picked this up at Whole Foods. You can order it off Amazon. I like this one, but you can use sugar-free Jello if you do dirty keto. So again, this is the raspberry. This is the 0.7. I'm only going to be using half a pack of this. Of course, I could have doubled my recipe, but I didn't want to because I want several different flavors. So I'm only going to be using, this is a 0.7 ounce packet. I'm only going to be using about 0.35. So I'm just going to eyeball it and pour half in. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my heat to medium. And I'm going to whisk this all together until it's dissolved. This process takes anywhere from 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Now I'm just going to sit this down. I'm going to use my little syringe. Here's what it looks like, and I'm going to fill up my molds. That was enough to fill up my gummy bears. Now these are huge gummy bears. Look at this, they're the size of my thumb. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a second batch, and I'm gonna make these a different flavor. Same exact process, except I'm using the strawberry gelatin. Once I have my molds completely filled up, I'm just gonna stick these in the refrigerator to chill until they're completely set. Okay, let's check on the gummies and see what we got going on here. They pop out really easy. I just tasted one of the gummy bears, and as far as I'm concerned, not my favorite recipe, because these are more of a creamier gummy bear, if that makes sense. See what I'm saying? You see how it does? I like when they're a lot firmer than this, so I like the last recipe I used best. But these are still good. Don't get me wrong. We're still gonna eat these. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember to subscribe before you go, because I'd love to have you as a member of my YouTube family. We are all one big happy family here. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.